Here's Matt in Lancaster, New York. Great to have you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, Rush. It's truly an honor to speak with you.
Thank you.
I have an idea on it's not about getting rid of Trump. It's purely about getting rid of the outsider. You yourself said there's good people out there that are getting crushed, going bankrupt, while there are people sitting out there with a laundry list of crimes, collusions, and compromises that are not being touched. And I don't really believe it matters if you're a Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative. If you're inside, you're going to do everything you can to make sure that no outsider ever wants to run again.
Right. I agree.
And I think the education system backs that up, because if you speak out against the education system, you get crushed. If you're in the education system as a student, and if you somehow happen to escape the education system, what you will go through will be exactly the same as Trump, and you'll get crushed, and you'll never go for it. So good people are being
Let me tell you something.
And discouraged.
That is exactly right, but it's much worse. People are getting killed because of the Democrat school policies, and all you have to do is go to Marjorie Stoneman High School to see the evidence of it. When we learn about the Promise program, and we learn that the superintendent there, Runcie, and that sheriff are in cahoots not to report students who are committing felonies, in order to make sure that the records are improved, that the prison population doesn't continue to be at the same percentages. When known felons, when known troublemakers, when known mentally deranged people are allowed to pass background checks because of a government policy. This is a liberal education policy. It had nothing to do with guns or the NRA or anything. We had 66 different times and ways to stop this shooting, and not one time was the occasion taken to stop this shooting and to do something about this perpetrator. That, too, is part of the American education system, in addition to the dumbing down, in addition to siphoning off the ability to think. Liberal education policy is getting kids killed at the same time.
And what good people will stand up and defend that if they know they're going to get killed?
Well, look at what the people that do stand up and defend it. Look, they get raked over the coals. They are targeted themselves for reputational destruction, and so forth. You know, the crying shame about all this is that the libs get away with all of these things under a premise that's totally false. And that premise is that they care about people, and that Republicans or conservatives don't. They get away with it because they seem to have a monopoly on compassion, whereas the Republicans are said not to have any. And none of what the Democrats or the American left, the media, none of what they do is to benefit people. It's to consolidate power. It's not to benefit. The minimum wage, advocating for its increase, is not to give people more money. It's to create the illusion that they care about how much money people have, when they really don't. The minimum wage costs jobs. The minimum wage, raising it, results in people losing money. And the Democrats know it. And they know this stupid Promise program is leaving potential bad guys roaming free in service to prison statistics. A lie about that this country is so racist and so bigoted that innocent minorities are in jail because this country is filled with racist Republican lawmakers. And so we've got to make sure those people get out, and further African-American and minorities are not put in jail. And the way you do that is ignore the crimes that they commit. And that's exactly what the Promise program does. It ignores crimes, felonies, and misdemeanors in service of changing those prison statistics. People get killed as a result. But at the end of the day, the Democrats get credit for caring about people. And then in the aftermath, the Democrats get credit for really caring about people because they want to get guns off the street. I have to take a break. I'm glad you called, but I'm out of time. Must move on. Back after this.